Hello everybody and welcome back to FYI. I'm Crystal. Of course, you know how excited and honored I am to have you listening to me today. But walk with me for a minute. You know how some people go about their daily lives acting as though they have certain privileges, and the worst part is the fact that they feel so entitled that they are even arrogant about it. They want a favor from you, something that only you can do for them, even if you're not the only one who can do this particular thing for them. But at the end of the day, the fact is that they want a favor from you. They need for you to do something that will be beneficial to them. But they come at you as though you are their mother or you're their father. They come at you as though it was ordained by God himself that this is something that you and you alone were supposed to do for them. What nonsense. So today I'm going to be talking about that stupid, very stupid sense of entitlement that some of these people do. And in this generation of today, particularly the way younger ones, it is crazy. I don't know if it has something to do with upbringing or too much exposure, or I don't know what the problem is, but the sense of entitlement it's crazy. And then I'm not taking credence, away from the fact that even older people do it, but particularly the younger ones now, it's crazy. Somebody calls you up on phone and tells you about his mother or her mother being sick and says, I need this money. And they make it look as though they gave you this money to keep for them. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So there's now this, funny culture on this sense of entitlement that makes some people believe that they are so entitled to get certain privileges from another person. And I have no idea where that stems from. So these people mostly feel as though the world evolves around them. Now, hey, let me make one thing very clear. Because I sit back, looking the way I look, it does not mean I have it all figured out. It doesn't mean I have $1 billion in my bank account. I probably know that there's nobody else I can run to, or I probably know that at the end of the day, I have to solve my issues for me. So I sort myself out and I stay with a smiley face. But you come at me as though the world evolves around you, and then you come making a request which you demand should be done. What are you, a diva? Really, if you were a diva, why are you talking to me? At least humble yourself now and be a bit modest about it. If you want to make a request, be humble and make that request. Don't come at me as though it's something I must do, as though it's a do or die affair, right? So today I'm going to be pointing out certain ways in which we can identify it and then hopefully put a stop to it. Number one, identifying the behavior. What is the behavior? Have you noticed that somebody is coming at you and has this kind of traits? What have you done in regards to that? Have you been able to talk to this person to let this person know that, hey, this and this and this is what you're doing, and I feel a kind of way about it. I actually think you should stop it because it's really not a good thing. So make sure you identify this behavior and you try to put a stop to it before it blows out of proportion. Secondly, help in changing their wordings, because a lot of times wordings could mean everything. Somebody comes to you and says, Crystal, I need to get to the bank. I was walking down the road, somebody jumped at me, took my wallet, so can you give me transportation? I need money for a cab. To just shut the person up. Don't be an asshole. If you need to get money from me, be polite about it and tell me, please, I need you to please give me some money because I'm in a dire situation that needs your help. Don't talk to me with some stupid pomposity. No. If you're not modest enough to talk to me in making your request, then don't talk to me at all. So it's high time that we start addressing some of these issues, right? So when they come at you like that, stop them right there at the get-go. Don't even give them the opportunity to go too far, because if you're going to beg, be humble about it. And hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Some people genuinely need that help. But when they come at you as though it's something you must do for them, no, you need to put a stop to it and let them know. You get what I mean? Let them know. The third point, you need to set limits. When you don't set limits, you also become some sort of an enabler. They know that, okay, this person doesn't have limits. Anytime I come at him or anytime I come at her, she's just going to jump right to it. They will start taking advantage of you. So for you to nip that and not stretch yourself to an elastic limit, make sure you set limits. If you don't stop it, they are never going to stop. Okay, sometimes you might even need to go as far as doing some sort of research to be sure that this story they are telling you is true. I've had situations where sometimes I know that they are telling me a lie, but just because I just want to get them off of my back, I just do what it is they want me to do and I move on. But there are times where they are actually really genuine and I'm more than happy to help if I'm in a position or a situation where I can help. But there are also times where all these people just want to do is just take advantage of you because they feel you have money that you're not using, not knowing that if I open my mouth to tell you what's up, you probably run, okay? You cannot be in my shoes, okay? So, but we'll just leave it at that. But generally, set limits, let them know. Do not be an enabler of this bad behavior because it is not good at all. Next point I really need to point out is the fact that we need to be able to treat everybody equally. Somebody always comes with you with this, depressive kind of mood, like I need more attention than every other person in the world, blah, 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 jargon here, jargon there. All those things are just mind games. They are playing with your mentality. They are playing with your faculty upstairs because they feel that if they do this, you would always give them some sort of preference. No, treat everybody equally. Everybody is entitled, except it's a genuine case and this person actually needs, special treatment. Treat everybody equally. Do the right thing and they would know that you don't take this nonsense. This doesn't make you a wicked person. No. It does not make you, it doesn't even make you have less empathy. It just means you're putting yourself first too so that these people will not drain you dry. Because at the end of the day, they don't care. If you fall down and slump tomorrow, they'll come to your funeral only probably because they want to have some rice, not because they really care about you. You get what I mean? So do that. Next point, don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Genuinely do what you can do. You can do it, okay? You could sacrifice and do ABC. Go ahead and sacrifice and do ABC. But if you cannot do ABC, XYZ, then leave XYZ and do ABC. You get what I mean? It's simple logic, okay? Some of us have gotten to a point where we learn through, the very, very bitter way. But you don't need to do that. That's why you're watching me talk today. Okay, so set limits, do what you need to do, and what you cannot do, you stop it. You can't kill yourself. Now, Timaya said it already. Allow me to flex. This life is short. Next point you need to know is encourage therapy. Some of these guys that do this stuff, due respect to the genuine people with genuine issues, but some of these people actually have a little knot. Little knot upstairs that has loosened. To be very, very honest, and I'm not making light of mental sickness or anything like that. Anybody who is an ardent listener and follower of my channel and follower of things I do would know that I always strive for people to have amazing mental health, okay? But some of these people genuinely are not okay upstairs. They need to talk to somebody. It becomes some sort of disease of the mind or something. So encourage them to go for therapy. From a very good place, encourage them to go for therapy. Seek help. Talk to somebody because you need that help. Else, you end up being the one who needs to go for that therapy. So encourage them to go for therapy before the pressure makes you go for the therapy. The next point, try to encourage these people to put themselves in your shoes. Talk to them and be like, okay, you always need this. How often do you also put other people in your shoes? Because if you put other people in your shoes, you also realize that these people too have issues. These people too have things they deal with. You're not the only one that has problems. They say Wahala no they finish, right? They like bicycle, all that crap they say. I'm probably not saying it right, but you get the message. Problems would never finish. So where you think your problems are, another person, or where you think your problems stop is where another person's own is just beginning and continuing. You get my point, okay? So let these people understand the fact that, hey, this world is not just about them. Other people live in this world too and have real life problems. So they should try to be calming down. Literally, they need to calm down. All right, so the final point I'm going to be giving to you, and hopefully you could take this to heart, is encourage these guys to make their own way. Someone like me, right? To be very honest, these are some of the things I live for. Nothing gives me as much joy and fulfillment knowing that I can be a shoulder my neighbor could lean on. Nothing gives me as much happiness knowing that I can be a helping hand to somebody. And I know that as much as I breathe under the sun, that is something I'm never going to stop doing because that is part of the makings of me. But you need to also encourage these people to make a way for themselves. One of the things I tell people who, in quotes, have been a blessing to, so to speak, I tell them that, hey, I'm not doing this because I need anything from you. No, I'm doing this for you so that tomorrow you will be able to do the same thing for another person who needs that help. So encourage these people to be able to make ways for themselves too, so that just like you have been a blessing to them, they also can in turn be a blessing to another person. Like, let's keep the circle, of positivity flowing. So I help you, not because I need anything from you, or not because I need some extra loyalty or whatever from you, but I'm helping you so that you can help the next person and pass that message along. Imagine what kind of world we would live in if everybody knows that they have an obligation to the next person. Genuinely, the world will become a better place. So away with this stupid sense of entitlement. If you're watching me right now, you know that that is something you do. Away with it. And if you're also watching me and you feel as though there are people in your life that come to you with that stupid sense of entitlement, ask yourself one question too and say, do I also have that sense of entitlement? Think about it for a moment. While you're trying to appraise and quickly jump to judging, appraise yourself too and say, okay, have I been exhibiting that trait? Is there a possibility that perhaps I've done that in one way or the other? Food for thought. Thank you guys so much. I hope more than anything that this episode, resonates with you and you can learn a thing or two about it. So go ahead, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. Drop your comments, things you want us to maybe talk about, or reaction to this video. Like the video, share with somebody that you feel should know about this. Like, ask them, they need to know about this. Just do it like it's fun, but you're passing across a message. That thing you've been unable to tell them, I'm here telling them on your behalf, right? So make sure you share the video with them, so that they would know. Put it on your wall, on your Facebook wall, put it on your WhatsApp status, somehow they will get to see the video and hopefully they would do better. So thank you guys for being with me on this episode. Remember, make somebody smile today because it doesn't cost you anything. Nothing but love from over here.